What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back. It's Andrea from VW Family Farm, and today I've got another recipe for you, so stay tuned. Okay, so it's another one of those days that I didn't plan supper really well, and here it is, time to fix it. It's church night and we need to hurry. So I'm going to take you along as I fix one of the kids and probably Ben's favorite meals. So this is one night I'm going to be using both my Instant Pots at the same time. Okay, and this one, the first step of this recipe is I'm just going to cook this whole chicken. So I'm going to put just a little bit of water in there. Probably just a cup or so, something to get it started. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and seal that up. Gotta find the little thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna cook a chicken like I showed you on my previous video for Instant Pot for beginners. I'm just gonna put manual, and I'm gonna increase it. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one like 50 minutes probably, something like that. I could probably go less, but I'm just gonna go with that. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the sealing position, and that's good for now. And then in this one, I guess I should probably tell you what I'm gonna be making. I am making chicken fried rice. That is one of my family's favorite meals. I try to make it as healthy as possible using whole ingredients. Instead of using like soy sauce or whatever, I like to use coconut aminos, and I'll get to that later on in the video. But this is not something I've been making very often because I'm trying to stay away from grains. But this is what they wanted. I'm out of time. It's easy, and I'm gonna make it as healthy as possible. We would go quite a bit to the Japanese hibachi restaurant. I don't know if you've ever been to one, but every time we go, it seems like it costs us like $100. So I remember one time we came out and we were driving home, and Ben and I were just having a conversation. We were so full because rice is so filling. And I said, it's crazy we're paying $100 to go eat rice. Isn't that crazy? Rice is really a cheap food. Arkansas is literally, and I'm not even kidding about this, is the rice capital of the world. And we're going to pay $100 to eat rice just because they fried it. So that is back when I started learning how to make this meal, and it's cheap and it's simple. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. So this is about 1.5 cups of rice. That'll actually make quite a bit, and then I need 3 cups of water. So let me get 3 cups because I use part of it in my chicken. So I buy my rice. Guess where I buy my rice? Azure Standard. That's right. My favorite brand of rice is actually the Lundberg brand. Azure has been coming out with a lot of their own products, Azure Market, so I need to give their rice a try if they even have one. I don't really know, but if they don't, they probably will soon. But Lundberg is my favorite rice. This is long grain brown rice, and it's organic. Rice is something that I do like to splurge and buy organic because rice can have a lot of pesticides in it. It's just one of those foods that I do feel like is worth it. So anyway, that's where I get my rice. Whatever amount of rice you cook, you need to double it in water if you're doing the long grain brown. Okay, and then I'm just going to put the lid on this one, put it in sealing, and I'm going to do manual, and it's on 20 minutes. I'm going to go on up to I'm going to do about 25 because this has not been soaked. That's another thing I like to do just for health benefits usually, is soak my rice for 7 or 8 hours with some sort of soaking medium, like maybe a little yogurt or whey or something like that. But honestly, I didn't do it today, so we're just going with just straight rice. Okay, so I'm back and ready to finish up this recipe with you. So the rice got cooked. Normally the ideal way to do this is to put this in the refrigerator for a few hours and to get it cold, but like I told you earlier, I don't have a lot of time tonight. That's why I'm doing this. But normally I would put this in the fridge and let it get good and cold before I proceed to this next step. And if you notice, if you've ever been to like a hibachi or something, their rice is cold when they start to fry it. So down in this skillet, let me show you. This is just a deep, pretty large cast iron skillet, and I've just got butter melting. So that's where I'm gonna put the rice and start frying that. Just dumping this rice in here. You can hear it's already starting to sizzle. I'm just literally gonna fry this and stir it around, and it's pretty hot. I've got it on pretty high temperature, and I love this stuff. Again, I get this, I know you're sick of hearing this, but I get this from Azure Standard. This is just coconut aminos. I use it a lot in place of soy sauce because I don't want to use a ton of soy for our family. Okay, so I poured just quite a bit in there, and that is just gonna sit there and sizzle. Just gonna keep stirring it around. Okay, I'm also dumping in a bag of frozen peas and carrots, because if you've ever had fried rice, it does have definitely some peas, sometimes carrots, but that's just what I found at the store. I'm just gonna stir this around. Like I said, it's on pretty high temperature. I'm actually gonna probably put a lid on this for a minute and let these vegetables steam a little bit. And then I'm gonna come back to this in a minute and I'm gonna work on the chicken. Okay, so the chicken got done in the Instant Pot, and I'm only gonna use the chicken breast for this because our chickens got pretty large, so these are really big pieces of meat, and I'm gonna cut them up and kind of shred them up anyway, so it's gonna go a long way in this recipe. And then I will save, let's see, there it is. What's left in this pot? There's 2 leg quarters left, and then there's all the broth and the bones. I will save that all, and we will eat on that meat again, and I'll make bone broth out of all that. I just chunked this chicken up. I just used a fork and a knife. It's hot, too hot to handle, so I'm gonna be putting this in another cast iron skillet, and let me show you. Okay, so I'm putting this chicken in another cast iron skillet, and I'm gonna add a little olive oil in there with it, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna season it with. Okay, for the chicken, I'm gonna use coconut aminos, but I love this stuff. This is my favorite kind. It's coconut aminos, but it's teriyaki. So I'm just gonna kind of pour this, just drizzle some on the chicken just to give it a teriyaki flavor. And this chicken is cooked, and it's actually hot. So all I'm really doing in the skillet with the chicken is just kind of getting the flavors to go together, just kind of frying it a little bit. And then I'm gonna go back and work on the rice, and then I'm gonna mix it all together. So let's go back to the rice. It's gonna stick a little bit, that's part of frying it, so kind of gotta scrape it back up. The butter should keep it from totally sticking to where you can't scrape it. Okay, we're almost done. I'm just gonna crack some eggs over here to the side. I kind of scooted the rice over. This is just however many I feel like doing. There's no science behind this. And I'm feeling like 4 is the number. So I'm just going to kind of scramble these off to the side a little bit. And then I'm going to just, once they get sort of cooked, I'm going to stir all this together. Okay, so I stirred the egg in, and now you can see over here the chicken. I just kind of seasoned it and just fried it just a little bit. I'm going to put all that in here and stir it, so let's do that. And these huge skillets are heavy to pick up once they get full of food, so I'm just going to do it like this. So now we're just going to stir this all together. This stuff right here is really good. I'm going to figure out how to make it with whole food, really healthy ingredients, but I bought this and the kids love it. And I do too. Okay, I feel better. But anyway, really, Yum Yum is something they serve at the hibachi grill we've always been to. I don't know if that's everywhere. Did they serve that at yours? I don't know. But anyway, this is really good on top. It turned out good. Be sure and refrigerate the rice before you fry it. That seems to be the key. Give it a try. Thanks for watching and spending this time in the kitchen with me. And we'll see you on the next video. God bless. No, don't you look at my refrigerator. It's messy. Organization, let's just have a pause and I'll have a little confession time.
I figured we'd be making candles or something.
Okay, well, there's Emily yelling in the background.
Alright, go.
Let's have a little confession time. My fridge isn't organized. Organization is not my strong point. Would you agree?
100%.